If your children will be anywhere near a pool, beach, or lake this summer, you need to pay attention to this next segment. It could save their life.
Today we're chatting with Barbara Byers from the Lifesaving Society about swimming safety tips. Good morning, Barbara. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning, Adam and Dina.
Oh, my mic is not on. That is a problem. Okay, well, Dina, you go ahead and take the
Good morning, Barbara. So I've already unfortunately seen 54 drownings in Ontario this year. That number is on the rise and up from last year. Is there a concrete causal correlation as to why this is happening more frequently this year?
Well, it's a combination of things. I think boating fatalities, people falling in who didn't expect to, and then people swimming and really went farther than their skill level allowed them to be. So it's really a common, combination of things. I think what we wanted to talk about today, Adina, because it's so important, is the safety of children. And we're at a backyard pool. It's a beautiful sunny day, and as Canadians, we wait for summer all year, and being around water is absolutely wonderful. But whether you're at a pool here, at a beach, at the cottage, at a campsite, it's really important for those little ones, especially those toddlers under the age of 5, to make sure they're safe. Combination of things you need to do. You need to really secure the perimeter or the access points. In this case, we're at a pool. It would be ideal to have a 4-sided fence with a self-closing, self-latching gate. If you're at a cottage, make sure there's a gate on the deck so that children can't get out, and just make sure you're very vigilant when they're around the water. The other thing to remember is with these little toddlers, they're curious, they're inquisitive, and they're determined because they love water. So you need layers of protection. And one thing that is so important for these toddlers is to wear a life jacket. And I have little Reagan here with me. And Reagan here we go. Reagan has a life jacket on, and the key thing about life jackets for non-swimmers and children is to make sure they fit. Reagan's has got a strap down here. It's tight across. Life jackets need to fit snugly. They're not something to grow into. So unlike snowsuits where you buy it for the next year, with life jackets, they need to fit very snugly. And that's because when they're in the water with their parents, as we see with Zeke and with Stuart, that the life jacket will turn them right side up. So their parents are with them within arm's reach. Very important to be close to them even when they have a life jacket on. And life jackets are much better than all those other things that parents seem to buy. For example, I've got thanks, Reagan. These are water wings, which are really common. It's okay. That are really common. Parents buy them. They think they're the same as life jackets. Well, they're not, because the key thing with the life jacket is to turn them face up. And with water wings, they fall in the water and their arms float, which is really not the point. So we've got all these little bathing suits with floaties. They're not good. These are like toys. They're not life-saving devices. The best thing you can have for your child is a life jacket. The other thing I have is I've got this card that the Lifesaving Society has called an On Guard card. And essentially it's something that we created so that the parents and caregivers who are in the pool area or the beach area know who's on guard, who's watching the kids. It's so easy to be talking to someone, barbecuing, and just run out of time and not have a chance to watch the kids.
It takes just a second, Barbara. Just a second. I was just saying to Dina before the break, it was something like I apparently was sitting on the bottom of a pool once. My dad didn't know where I was, and he had to jump in after me. It's one of those things that happens really quick. Thank you so much for your time this morning. Head to breakfasttelevision.ca for more swimming safety tips, and we'll be right back on BT.